Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've been paying any attention at all to the digital asset space lately, you know the landscape has just shifted dramatically over the last few years. Today, we're going to break down what we call the Bybit advantage. We're looking at the precise, highly calculated evolution of how this platform literally rose to become the second largest crypto exchange globally by 2026. We are completely bypassing the hype today and looking strictly at the architecture, the tools, and the hard data that actually got them here. I want to anchor our narrative right out of the gate to a pretty staggering statistic: over 85 million users. Just think about the sheer scale of that for a second. We're talking about a platform that has built up enough trust, and more importantly, the infrastructure, to support traders across more than 200 countries and regions. And hey, these aren't just dormant accounts sitting around. This ecosystem is actively processing over $20 billion in daily trading volume. So that brings us to the central question we really need to answer today. Why? Why did 85 million traders choose Bybit? Like, what exactly makes a high-level quantitative hedge fund manager and a first-time retail trader choose the exact same platform? Well, to understand that, we have to look way past the surface-level marketing and actually dissect the platform's structural, product, and security advantages. To make this super clear, we've structured this explainer into 4 core pillars. Number 1, speed, engine, and low fees. 2, a one-stop product ecosystem. 3, smart tools and automation. And 4, bank-grade asset security. These 4 pillars, they directly solve the absolute biggest pain points for modern crypto traders today. Okay, let's dive right into pillar number 1, speed, engine, and low fees, which is really their ultimate structural advantage. If you're an active trader, you basically have 2 worst nightmares, right? System lag during a massive market crash, and those sneaky hidden costs that just slowly bleed your portfolio dry over time. Consider the number 100,000. That represents Bybit's proprietary matching engine, which is literally capable of processing 100,000 transactions per second, or TPS. What does that actually mean for you on a Tuesday when the market goes crazy? It means under 10 milliseconds of latency. When huge macroeconomic data drops and the market goes into absolute chaos, this engine is specifically designed to prevent system crashes and entirely eliminate slippage. You get your trade executed at the exact price you wanted, no surprises. But speed is only half the battle. The other half? That's your cost. Standard industry fees are often just absolutely loaded with hidden spreads that weigh you down. But Bybit offers this ultra-low 0.02% maker fee on derivatives. For high-frequency traders or, institutional algorithms, minimizing that frictional cost isn't just some nice little perk. It's quite literally the mathematical difference between a winning and a losing strategy over the long term. Let's actually look at the data here. If you're trading spot, you're at 0.1%, pretty standard. But look at the USDT and USDC perpetuals, a maker fee of just 0.02%. To put that into perspective, if you're trading a $10,000 contract and you provide liquidity to the book, it costs you just $2 in maker fees. $2. This brilliantly illustrates exactly why so much volume has migrated here. They're giving traders a massive structural advantage in a fiercely competitive market. All right, moving on to number 2, a one-stop product ecosystem for eliminating friction. We just solved speed and cost, but what about the total headache of using 5 different platforms for 5 different trading strategies? Bybit recognized this massive bottleneck and solved it by unifying an entire financial ecosystem right under one roof. Instead of having all those browser tabs open just to manage your portfolio, they've built this massive product matrix. Honestly, they're matching the high-octane energy of their F1 Red Bull Racing partnership by offering basically everything a trader could possibly need. You've got over 1,000 spot trading pairs for immediate asset acquisition. You have USDT and USDC perpetual contracts with up to 100x leverage. You've got European-style options for complex hedging, Bybit Earn for passive yield, and a fully integrated Web3 wallet. Beginners and institutional powerhouses alike literally never need to leave the platform to execute their specific strategies. And this all brings us to what they call the Unified Trading Account, or UTA. Instead of the old clunky way of manually transferring your funds between a spot wallet, then to a derivatives wallet, then over to an options wallet, the UTA just consolidates the whole shebang. It drastically optimizes your capital efficiency. You can use a supported spot asset to collateralize a perpetual contract seamlessly. It takes what used to be really complex margin management and makes it beautifully, wonderfully simple.
Which naturally brings us to pillar number 3, smart tools and automation, essentially your trading autopilot. Look, the crypto market never sleeps. It's a 24/7, 365-day beast. Trader fatigue is a very real thing, and human emotion is easily a trader's biggest enemy.
So I have to ask, can you realistically watch the charts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Of course not. No way. Acknowledging that impossibility is exactly why Bybit integrated a suite of automated AI-assisted tools. We're talking about grid trading bots that automatically buy low and sell high in a ranging market, and DCA, or dollar cost averaging bots that execute your accumulation strategy completely automatically without you ever needing to stare at a glowing screen at 3 a.m. But hey, what if you don't even know how to build a trading strategy yet? That is where their copy trading feature really shines. It's so simple. Step 1, browse the lead traders and look at their completely verified, 100% transparent ROI, win rates, and drawdowns. Step 2, allocate whatever funds you choose. Step 3, automatically replicate their exact trades in real time. And the best part? The top performing lead traders get up to a 10% profit share of the successful trades they generate for you. It creates this perfectly aligned win-win ecosystem for both absolute novices and seasoned experts. Let's move to our fourth and final pillar, bank-grade asset security, the unbreakable vault. Because let's be honest, absolutely none of the speed, the low fees, or the fancy automated tools matter even a little bit if your funds aren't safe. The ultimate fear in crypto is losing your assets to a hack or a catastrophic platform collapse. Bybit addresses this with an obsessive bank-grade focus on security and transparency. 100%. That is the absolute minimum proof of reserves that Bybit maintains. They don't just ask you to blindly trust them, they actually prove it. By July of 2026, they had published their 38th consecutive reserve report. These reports are independently verified by top-tier security firms like Hacken, and they cover 50 different tokens. Your assets are backed one-to-one, full stop. Let's take a quick look under the hood at the specific layers of this unbreakable vault. Over 95% of user funds are kept entirely offline in multi-signature cold wallets. They hold a massive insurance fund to ensure that profitable traders don't get hit by auto-deleveraging if the overall market suddenly tanks. They use a proprietary mark price system rather than just relying on the raw spot price, which mathematically protects you from being unfairly liquidated by sudden localized market manipulation or those dreaded scam wicks. Plus, there's real-time AI risk monitoring constantly watching over the entire system. And all of this culminates in a truly phenomenal reality. Since its inception, Bybit has never experienced a major asset theft, maintaining a security record that is extremely rare and trusted in the industry. That flawless record since 2018 is exactly why major institutional funds and those 85 million retail users can actually sleep soundly at night while trading on this platform. So I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to wrap up this explainer. Look at the sheer speed, the ultra-low fees, the automated tools, and the absolute fortress of security we just walked through. Seriously ask yourself, is your current exchange working this hard for you? Understanding the architecture of where you trade is just as absolutely crucial as what you trade. Thank you so much for diving into the Bybit advantage with me today, and as always, keep learning.